Hello there guys, it's Foorun back with another video. Today we're taking a look over on the pre-release branch again at the next update to the leveling system. So as you can see, there's a nice little UI going on now. It looks a lot more clean cut than the previous one did, though I must admit I did prefer the previous one, at least in regards to the health, food and water bar. But this nice new little level and XP bar down at the bottom, it looks a lot better than the previous one did. So I'm still level 1, nearly about to go up to level 2, so let's just take a quick look at the leveling UI to see what we can do at level 1. So as you can see, here is everything that we can craft. The stuff that is fully coloured and not like opaque is the stuff that we do have materials for, but we can craft all of this. Oddly enough, you can craft the smoke rocket, which has been being tested for quite some time and has been in the game but unable to be crafted. So I don't know whether that can actually be crafted if we had the materials. I may look into that in a little while. So we can't do any food, can't do any builds, we can do items. I'm unsure with the sleeping bag. From what I've heard, you can't craft it until level 5, so I'm going to grab the materials for that in just a second and we'll give that a go. And then we've got paper, the burlap boots, torch, nothing medical, nothing weapons wise, ammo, we have the rocket as I just said, no traps, miscellaneous, we can create notes, and locked we have the bone club. Now it says that I have 23 experience if we look down here in the corner, but if I try and unlock the bone club it tells me that I need to get more experience, so hopefully once I go up a level the XP it says I have will correct itself. So let's go and do some gathering. Now as you can see, it goes up a little bit when you're gathering from a tree with a rock. There we go, we've hit level 2, so let's quick look. The XP has updated now, so it doesn't tell me that I have 23 XP anymore. So let's see what we now can unlock. So we go to lock now, we can get the bandage, the bone club, the bone knife and the burlap trousers. Now there is a system with this now, so that if I had other things here to unlock, I wouldn't be able to unlock them until I had unlocked the previous things that come before them. So we'll take a look at that a little later in the video. So let's have a look, see if we've default learned anything. So we now have at level 2 default learned how to craft a paper map. So I'm going to quickly go around, gather a bit more, and I'll be back with you in a minute. So one of the updates since the last time that I have played on the pre-release branch is now there are more means to getting experience. So you now can, when you're picking stuff up off the ground, you will now get experience, and it's a considerable chunk of experience compared to just grinding a tree. So I expect there's going to be some balancing coming in here, but you can now also get experience whenever you harvest a body, whether that be a player or a animal. And you'll also get yourself experience whenever you're breaking barrels over at Ragtown's monuments and along the road. So they are broadening the ways that we get experience, but still not polished off yet. Right, so we're just about to hit level 3 here, and you will notice that I haven't spent any experience points yet, and we're just about to go up to the 4th experience level. So now that we've hit that, we'll have another look at what we can do now. So anything else unlocked? We need to go cycle through it before we can see. So now our unlocks, we can get a stone pickaxe, which is great. So overall we have a bandage, a bone club, a bone knife, burlap shirt, burlap trousers, small stash, stone pickaxe and the wooden spear. So if we go back up to common, anything that we've unlocked, no. Now I have noticed that we still do not have available in the build tab, we cannot make a building print. So even at level 3 we still cannot start producing our base. So we need to move on to God knows which level before we can actually do that. So I'm going to carry on grinding guys, and I'll go back to you once we're nearly at level 4. Okay then guys, I've just gathered up enough cloth now that I can actually make a sleeping bag. So let's just double check that we can craft it now and it isn't at level 5. No, there we go, it is working now. So they must have patched that, so it was previously level 5 to craft a sleeping bag, but now it would appear that you can craft one whenever. I am at level 3. I didn't see anything that told me that I couldn't craft it when I looked at it at level 1, so I would presume that you can now craft it whenever you are available with the resources. Okay then guys, I have found a dead pig here, so I'll just show you that in regards to how much XP you're getting per hit on a pig or any other animal. And there we go, it's not that substantial. Okay, so we have now also hit level 4. So with level 4 we now have 9 experience. I have not spent any yet still. So let's take a little look at what we can get. So we now have the tool cupboard, the wooden door. Let's go and take a little look through. So we also have a lock there. We can now do the leather gloves as well, which is good. Nothing else substantial other than that. So now additional we have leather, hide boots, not leather boots. The building plan, the burlap head wrap, and the stone hatchet. Now I'm going to go and unlock the stone hatchet and the stone pickaxe because we're going to need some of them. So now I have dropped off 2 experience. I'm going to keep ploughing on through and seeing what else I can go and unlock and so on and so forth, and I'll be back with you in a minute when we get to around about level 5, or if I find anything else in the meantime. From looking at this gathering with a hatchet, it doesn't really seem to be giving any more experience than you would get with the rock that you start with, but it does seem to be obviously getting it a lot quicker. So you are getting it per hit, and it's a lot quicker with a hatchet than it is with a stone. So I definitely recommend getting the stone hatchet and the stone pickaxe as quick as you can, just to maximise the experience you're getting when hacking away at trees and rocks. Okay then guys, we've just hit level 5. So I just got a substantial amount of experience when I completely finished off a rock node, which was slightly odd. I'm going to check that again in a minute, but for now let's take a look at what we can craft now that we're level 5. To go back to common, we can now craft low grade fuel, and that is it for the default stuff. So let's take a look over on the locked. So now we can unlock the wood storage box, the salvaged hammer, the hide pants, and the furnace. So it looks like now, around about level 5, you would be starting to look at, you'd be able to make yourself a base. I have just missed out there on the machete. Let's just have a look at it. I don't think you'd be able to get that. This item is currently locked. To unlock it, you will need to spend your experience. Yeah, I can't unlock that. I believe if I wanted the machete, I would need to get the bone knife first. But we'll take a little look at all of that in a little while. So I'm going to carry on grinding, and I'll be back here when I get to level 6. So you'll see now guys, I'm on 22 experience at the minute. I'm sure once we finish off this sulfur node, the experience will jump up to around about 23, 24, and my level should be to level 6. Yeah, there we go, just shy of 24 experience, and we have hit level 6. Now the sulfur, metal and stone nodes definitely seem to be the way to go in terms of leveling at the moment on the pre-release. I don't know whether it will be like that when it goes live, but it's definitely the way to go at the moment if you're over there testing it. So let's take a look now at what we can do with level 6. So in terms of new things, I see nothing new in the common tab. So let's take a look at the locked. So now we have the hide vest, the wooden floor spikes, the wooden window bars, and the candle hat. So we're getting up a decent amount of stuff now that we could start unlocking. You wouldn't be able to get the candle hat until you've unlocked the burlap head wrap. But as I said, we're going to take a look into more of that stuff in a minute. So let's just continue on with the grind, and I'll be back again in a little while. So we found ourselves a barrel now guys, so let's just take a look at this. That's gone down, get a substantial amount of experience. Right then guys, we just hit level 7, so let's take a little look at that. So we go into the common, we can now make a lantern, a door key, which is slightly unusual. How can you just make a door key without having the lock? I don't know. And then if we go over to lock, let's have a look what we can do. So now we can get the pickaxe. It's currently locked, so I can't unlock that. I have unlocked the stone pickaxe though, so it does make you wonder what you would need for that. perhaps you need to get the salvaged hammer, or I'm unsure, we'll look into it in a minute. We can now get the sheet metal door, the code lock, the stone spear, wooden barricade, and the hide poncho. So we're filling out a little bit now with stuff that we can actually get, and you could start putting somewhat of a decent base together now with sheet metal doors and code locks. But we'll keep ploughing on, and I'll be back with you at level 8. Okay then guys, we've now hit level 8, so let's take a little look here. This is the last level that I'm going to do and wrap it up. So now we can do arrows, we can do the small water catcher, and that looks like to be it from default. So now let's take a look at what we've got on the locked tab. So we can now do the large wooden box, we can now do the metal hatchet, we now have a medical syringe, the salvaged axe, the ice pick, we have a sign, we have a wolf headdress, and we have the window bars, which we had already had. We also have the bow just up over here. So if you wanted a wolf headdress, you would first need to unlock the candle hat. To unlock the candle hat, you need to unlock the burlap head wrap. So let's just take a little look. Let's go for the stuff that most people would want. So that is locked. No, I can unlock that. That's good. So let's go that. So we can get the pickaxe, we can get the hatchet. So let's see if we can get the bow. Yeah, bow is bottom of the pile, so we can get the bow. Now we'd want ourselves a building plan, and we won't be able to get this door. No, we can get the door, even though I know the wooden door is a standard blueprint, so we can get that. So this one, cannot get that. First we're going to need to get the normal one. We can't get that because we're going to need the small stash, so get the small stash, then the wood storage box, and then we should be able to get the large wood box. Yep, that worked out pretty fine. Let's take a look. So we can't get the hide vest because we need the burlap shirt. Can't get a burlap shirt. I'm going to need the burlap trousers first. Does this enable the hide? Yeah, that enables the hide. So can I now get... Yep, now I get that. So we should be able to get the hide. Yep. Code lock, I do have the standard key lock as default. So yep, we can get the code lock. Medical syringe, I wouldn't have thought so. I thought I'd need the bandage first. Bandage, then medical syringe, and furnace should be standard. Yep, furnace is standard. So I've burnt out all of my experience now, but those are like the main things that you would need. So when you're looking at it, level 8, you should be able to get everything that you will need to get your first base set up and get yourself moving in the right direction in terms of tools and everything else. It's very likely that things will change between now and then, so I will jump back on if we do have any updates that I want to take a look at and get out to you guys. So thank you very much guys. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button, give me a nice thumbs up, it really makes my day, and if you'd like to see more content then hit that subscribe button. And if you know anybody that would like to have a little look at all of this content, then please do give this video a share along. Thank you very much guys, have a good day.